Here are 5 watches for first-time purchases. If you're starting out in the world of watch collecting and you don't know what watch should be your first, well, here are 5 different kinds of watches at different kinds of price points for you to consider. If you have a budget of less than 1,000 euros, then there's one brand to particularly have an eye on, and that is Seiko. Seiko is a household name in the watch collecting space. Nearly every collector I know has a Seiko in their collection. They are very well known for their durable and very reliable watches, and especially for their price points. So if you have a budget of less than 1,000 euros, I'd personally pick up a Seiko 5 Sports, or even the Seiko 5 GMT if you're into GMT complications. The GMT is the complication that you need to be world ready. So if you have 1,000 euros, then Seiko is the way to go. If you have a budget of 2,000 euros, the world of watches opens up a little bit more. There are a couple of brands to look at, but the one I'd recommend is NOMOS. NOMOS is known for their design language, their Bauhaus design, and for being able to manufacture their movements themselves. Over 90% of their components in-house in Glashütte. But NOMOS is also one more thing. It's fun. So if you're considering of buying a watch and you have 2,000 euros left over, why not consider a NOMOS Club Campus? The design is super simple. You have different kinds of colors to choose from. As it's summer, why not pick something fun like the cream coral that I have, or even a nice blue dial? If you have a budget of 5,000 euros, well, there are many more watches to consider. I'd recommend is going a different route, pre-owned. I recommend you picking up a Rolex Datejust. Ideally, you will be able to get a Datejust with a quick set date. If not, you can pick up the reference 1601, which is a very, very nice watch. And let's be honest, this is a watch that you're going to have for a lifetime because Rolex quality is impeccable. The durability is fantastic. The watch will be 100 meters water resistant. If you're going to go pre-owned, have the watch checked before taking it for a swim, because sometimes these water resistancies, they change over time. You just want to make sure before having headaches in the end. If you have a budget of round about 10,000 euros, there's one particular watch that comes to my mind that I get asked for a lot, and I also recommend a lot, and that is the Omega Speedmaster. If you want to pick it up new, definitely you will need the budget of 10,000 euros. If you want to pick it up pre-owned, well, you will save some money. The Speedmaster is an icon within the watch industry. Most of the watch collectors that you talk to, they will recommend any watch collector should have a Speedmaster in their collection. And there are different kinds of Speedmasters out there, but the design hasn't changed a lot since its introduction. Nowadays, you can choose if you want to have an open case back or a closed one, but overall, this is a solid watch to pick up. It does also have a complication, the chronograph, even if you're just going to time your breakfast egg perfectly. So last but not least, if you have an abundance of money and budget is no object, there are many different kinds of watches and brands to choose from. You could either go deep into the Rolex world by picking up a Rolex GMT like I did with my Rolex GMT Sprite, which is a fantastic watch. And as I said earlier in this video, the GMT is the complication that makes you world ready and probably is the most useful as well. But you can also go into a completely different route. You can go to A. Lange & Söhne. If watchmaking from Germany is something that floats your boat, the Lange one is a fantastic timepiece that is so interesting that you will definitely spike a conversation with any watch collector on the table. Or you can go for a classic, a Patek Philippe, a Calatrava, or even an Aquanaut if you're into sports watches. Which ones would you pick? Let me know down in the comments below what would be your first watch, or what was your first watch. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to watch 2 other watch reviews, here are 2 of them for you to check out. As always, if you feel like it, put a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.